Well, hey everybody, it's the Geezer once again. Today I wanted to take just a few minutes and talk to you about setup for impact lessons. A number of you have watched my channel, liked what they saw as far as the setup for impact technique, the golf swing, and have requested a lesson. I wanted to explain to you out there that if you were to come for a setup for impact lesson from me, it will not be like any lesson that you ever took from a PGA pro. That would mean, they have you, they say, well, what kind of problem are you having? And then they say, well, hit a few balls and let me take a look. They may record you, and then they say, well, here's what you need to do to correct that and work on this, work on that. That's kind of how a lesson goes, and you may have to come back several times to fix other problems or to fix the same problem, who knows. With setup for impact, we're not going to try to correct a swing flaw that you have. We're going to teach you an entirely new swing motion. We're going to teach you to do it making correct impact with a single plane setup. The single plane setup makes good impact a lot easier to achieve. So if you come for a lesson, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to you for a little while about how things work with the club, with your mind, with the drills, etc. I'm going to have you understand a few things and why they need to be that way before we attempt to do them. It just doesn't make any sense to tell somebody to do something and they don't know why. So it'll start off with a little bit of discussion, and then we'll move into the setup. We're going to get the setup correct and meet certain parameters with our body in the setup. Once we learn to do that, we start into moving the club. We do it without a ball first. We do it very small and very slowly. I don't intend for this to be a lesson to show you everything that we'll do. I just want to explain how we go through a lesson. So we'll start off with some very small, slow movements, moving the body ahead of the club, keeping the grip ahead of the club head, keeping the club face square, and we will do a lot of movements like this or other things very similar until you understand. It seems very simple, but until you understand how to do it and are able to achieve it, we can't move on. Then what we do is we add a ball. That changes everything because your mind clicks and says, oh, hit this ball, and it does it with your hands. You have to learn to achieve the same little move that you made without the ball while the ball is there. We work through that. That usually takes a while. So I've had some people just take 5 minutes or 10 minutes to do it, and I've had others take 2 hours. But you can't move on. There's no need to move on until you can do that. Each of these movements that I teach you, they're called learning drills, and you will have access to see yourself doing these drills because I make video and I share it with you later that night. I will send you some videos of yourself, and I'll be talking to you on there with drawing lines and telling you how well you did and this is what you need to practice, etc. You go home and you practice all these things over and over again and make the repetition into a habit so that it becomes the way you do it without you having to think about it. I can't tell you how long that takes. Different people take different amounts of time, and different people are going to work harder at it or do it more often than others. But at some point, if you continue with these drills, it will become your move and your swing. Later in the program, we will lengthen out the swing from just outside your feet to a little farther. And we want to finish with an angle here. Then we advance into what we would consider a pitch shot. It would go from parallel to parallel. We've got to do repetitions. And all of these longer drills, we should strive to achieve this little move that we made right here within that drill. And we continue this up until we have a full swing motion. We'll have you hit full swings with a ball at half speed or 60% effort. until everything is in the right sequence. And you can add the speed later at your own time. And we go all the way up to the driver. Beyond that, if someone comes and they want help with putting or bunker or some extra short game stuff, which setup for impact is great for your short game. If you've watched my videos, I think you'll see the evidence of it. I will do that in addition to just going through the program. But setup for impact is more than a golf swing. It's a learning system. I really recommend what we used to call a one-day school. Currently, I'm doing that as a personal lesson because we can't schedule them right now at the course I teach. But I need generally at least 2 hours to have enough time to get you going. And we won't get all the way through then, but a lot of people do 2 hours and then maybe they'll come back another time. 1 hour, if you want 1 hour, we'll do 1 hour, but we won't get very far. And I really want to help you learn this system, not just show you the setup and then have you swing away. And that's what I think a lot of people do when they comment to me on YouTube and they say, oh, I'm trying the setup for impact swing. They really think they are, but they probably aren't, because there's a lot more to it than just how you set up. So anyway, I just wanted to explain what it's all about for anyone who is interested in coming. I just want to say it's my job is to help you learn how to practice, how to learn it. You're not going to leave, well, actually some people do leave hitting the ball great, but you're not going to leave and say, okay, I've got this swing. It's going to take some time and some repetition, but you do that on your own time. So the point I'm getting at is you don't have to keep coming back. I feel like if somebody has to come back more than a second time, I haven't done my job. So that's kind of it. I just wanted to explain what it's all about. It's different than taking an hour lesson from a pro. I have so many people I can't even find the words to explain when they leave. They are so happy and they're saying, and I get these comments all the time during the lesson, I've never hit a ball like that before. I can't believe how well I'm hitting this. You know, just comments like that. Or I can't believe it's this easy or this simple. It is. If you go through the program and you do it right, it is that simple. So anyway, that's about it. I just wanted to let you all know what it was all about. This is Geezer Tony, and I will see you next time. Well, hey everybody, Geezer Tony here. I'm out in the simulator shed. No, don't worry, I'm not going to make you watch a video of me playing golf on the simulator. But I've done a lot of videos lately about distance not being important, or not, let's not say not important, but maybe less important than you're being led to believe. I've made the videos and I've proven to you that you can shoot good scores, hit short drives, shorter irons, whatever, as long as you're accurate. So, with all that being said, now today we're going to talk about distance. Most of you know that for an old man of my age, basically 71 years old now, I hit the ball pretty far with a little short swing. So this is not going to be about swing technique, but it's going to be about speed training. I've never done speed training. I just learned how to make speed and hit the ball, and I knew how far I hit it. But I was watching a Bryson video recently, and he was showing someone how to speed train simply by using your golf clubs and a ball. He was on the range, and he says, all you have to do is just hit 15, 18 drives as hard as you can with no concern for where they go. Just learn to swing harder and harder and harder and faster and faster. And it does something in your brain that eventually adjusts to your normal swing is faster without you feeling like you're putting in more effort. So I've kind of been doing that a little bit lately, not a lot, but I've done it 4 or 5 times in the last 2 weeks in here on the screen. And I have the simulator on because I can measure the swing speed and the ball, the carry of the ball and the spin and all that. So I've been doing it in here. You know, maybe not strangely, I've noticed that I'm hitting the ball farther on the golf course. So not to dispute what I'm saying in the past about you don't have to have distance, because you don't. if you do have it, it is an advantage as long as you're not losing your accuracy to have it. So I'm going to demonstrate here a speed training session for you. And we're going to read the numbers after each swing on the screen here. So I'm not warmed up. I'm going to start dead cold. The swing speed starts out slow, and then as you progress, it gets faster and faster and faster. And at some point, you've expended your energy and you're wasting your time. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to hit about 15, maybe 18 drivers only, as hard as I can. As I said, I'm starting out dead cold, no warm ups, and I'll give you a look at the screen on each one of them, let you see how things progress. Okay, so here we go, swing number one. And I'll be using the same ball for every shot. It's a Titleist Pro VX. And the point of this is not really about the ball, but about the club numbers, the speed, etc. So go swing number one. I'm going to just read that number to you because this club speed was 95.8. Should increase as we go along, as we swing harder and harder. Swing number two. Club speed was 97. So a 240 carry is pretty good there. I would ignore that total distance for now. Swing number three. Swing speed's coming up a little bit at 99. Swing number four. Swing number four was 103.8. Swing number five. Swing speed on number five, 102.2. Swing number six. Swing speed on number six, 103.2. Okay, here we go. Swing number seven. We got 102.7 on that one. Swing number eight coming up, and you can work up a sweat doing this. Swing number eight. Swing number eight, 102. Come on, Tony, let's rip it. Get it on back there. 102.2. I seem to be plateauing. I need to get it going here. 102 point. Swing number nine. There we go. Number nine was 103.5. 10. There we go. We got a 105.5 there. That's my personal best since I've been doing this. That one slowed back down to 102. I don't know if this is accurate or not. It says 107.5. That one's only showing 101.4. I was sure it was better than that. Swing speed 105. Two more. 104.4. Last one, unless I do a couple of bonus ones. It says 108.2. Can that be real? I'm going to do two more. Back down to 101. Last one. At 103.3. So I'm not sure if all these numbers are accurate or not, and it really doesn't matter. What matters is that I just took 15, 18 swings as hard as I can, and progressively things got faster and faster. And as I said, since I've been doing this, I've noticed that I'm hitting the ball farther out on the golf course. So, you can use this to track, are you increasing the speed? If it's accurate or not, I don't know. But the whole point of it is to swing faster than you were. So I hope you found that interesting. I do. And I'm going to keep doing this for a while and just see how it translates out on the golf course. So that'll be it for now. This is Geezer Tony, and I'll see you in the next one.